Good morning, everyone. So welcome back to the channel. Obviously we're back in the house. We are actually going to be doing some coffee content today. I've got a box here we're about to open, and it's been a little bit, and I did say in my last video for the car stuff that I didn't have anything new to try coffee wise. Well, I got something. I found it. It sounded good. I think you guys are going to appreciate it as well. So we're going to open this up. Of course, you know it's from glorious Amazon. We love Amazon. And there's actually two things here. There's actually going to be the coffee apparatus that we're going to try, as well as a new flavor of coffee. Take out all of that. Take out this box that we're going to have to open. That's the coffee. This is the new apparatus. Basically, as you can see here, it's a cold brew coffee maker, but it's actually all in one. So basically, you've got the screw top up here that you basically put all the coffee down in here, and then it just infuses by sitting in the water itself. And this is not a fast coffee maker like our Dorothy is, but this is kind of an overnight. So we're going to go through and make this for the new coffee as well, but it's not going to be on this specific video. So I'm going to have to make a specific video strictly for that. Actually, you know what? No. I'm going to make two videos. We're going to go through and do this. You guys are going to see this on a separate day. And it might be late. You know what? No. It doesn't need that long. We're going to do it later today. We're gonna do it all. Why not? We've got a lot of projects to do. We're just gonna go through and make our coffee. But I keep talking about this and making plans, which obviously is, you know, tons of fun today. Okay, there we go. So that's interesting. We're gonna have to clean this, and it's kind of nice. It's got a rubber handle on the side of it here. Obviously, it does have the nice O-ring up here. It kind of looks like it's gonna be more of a leak-proof situation. I think. Cool. Yep, it says do not shake. Do not shake. Or lay on side when hot. Why would it be hot? I don't know. We're going to have to go through and read some stuff about this, but ooh, serve hot or cold is what it says. That doesn't make sense though. How is it a cold brew if it's hot? Anyways, we're going to, you know, ignore the semantics there. But we're going to go through and open this one. This is a specialty coffee, and it just sounded really good to me, so I wanted to try it, and I figured you guys would appreciate seeing it as well. So bourbon infused specialty coffee, and they are actually whole beans. And it's Don Pablo Bourbon Infused Coffee. Just to read it, because I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It says golden blonde roast with full flavor whole bean, obviously. It is kind of a cardboard tinge. And it's supposed to have one of those like pop tops up here. It does have a freshness seal. Actually, it's got two of them on it. That's kind of cool. So that's so you know if it's been tampered with or not. That's cool. And then we're going to go through and tamper that now. So obviously you can tell, ooh, that's strong. It smells really good though. It's so strong you can still smell it in this. That is crazy. That smells super good though. Wow. Coffee soaked in Kentucky bourbon, then roasted to remove the alcohol so only the bourbon flavor remains. Just to read this here, it says our organic specialty grade coffee is soaked in fine Kentucky bourbon before roasted until the beans absorb every drop. It is dried, then roasted to perfection in small batches, medium dark. When the natural sugars of the beans and the bourbon are caramelized just right, the result is an intense and full-bodied coffee with bourbon-flavored notes of caramel, honey and butterscotch. Sounds awesome. The marriage of these natural flavors is fine balance of sweet and spice, fruitiness and nuttiness, partially derived from the bourbon's maturation is in seasoned oak casks. The coffee's natural cocoa tone finish is very smooth and velvet-like, with a lasting residual sweetness that calls for another sip. It is actually a Arabica coffee with the... Obviously I haven't had my coffee this morning. This is going to be my coffee. I'm going to actually have this hot. That was the plan. I'm going to have some of this hot while we have this in the fridge making the cold for later. So why not, right? But anyways, it's been a while since we've done a coffee video, so we're going to go through and do this. We actually have gotten some new things that I haven't really shown on the channel for actual coffee flavors. I mean, nothing really to report though. I mean, they're just okay. Other than you guys have seen all the Starbucks ones that I've gotten recently, so nothing too new. We're just going to ignore that. We're going to pause this. I'm going to get the water going for the hot, and then I'm also going to clean this so we can get this prepped for the cold, so we will be right back. Okay, so we've got everything ready to go. I got this cleaned. This is actually an extension sleeve for the coffee pod itself, so you're going to go through and basically put the coffee in here, put the extension on top of this for it to connect to the lid so you can lower it down inside of this. Now, this is a cold brew coffee maker, but the only thing I didn't realize is it's not just a cold brew coffee maker, it's actually a cold brew concentrate coffee maker. So what that means is basically that this coffee that's going to be in here is going to be super concentrate, and you basically have to thin it out is what they're saying. And they did. I mean, so I went through and I followed the instructions, and this is not going to end up getting done today because it says to give it at least 12 hours, and I'm not drinking coffee tonight at 10 o'clock. I mean, I could just to taste it, but no, that's not a good idea when I have to work tomorrow. But maybe tomorrow night, we'll see. But anyways, so we're going to start this process, and it's going to take this coffee here. Oh, no, that's not it. It's not just this. It's also going to be this coffee here. It's the exact same stuff, and it is a crap ton of coffee, just to put it flat out. And I went on the lower side. This is actually 24 cups of coffee grounds. Yeah, and this is all, it took almost this whole bag. There's still some in here, but the cool thing is this does have an airtight seal on top of it, so it should last for basically the week. I mean, when it comes down to it, that's actually a very good amount. So we're gonna go through and get that, but before we start that, we're gonna go through and make our hot coffee. And actually, I forgot to get my cup. Let me show you something real quick. Okay, so we've got the cup, and we're gonna go through and, you know what? This just does not seem appropriate. I know, Ginger. It's not right. Friend of the channel got us some new drinkware. This is appropriate. This is our normal. You can tell the difference. Big difference. So I found out the hard way that in order for me to brew using the pour over method, I have to put chopsticks on the top of the mug. So we're gonna go through and put that on here, like that. Put the coffee up there, and then pour over the top. And just so you guys can know what's going on right now, these coffee grounds are so strong for the actual smell. It's amazing. It smells so good in here right now. And obviously the exact description that I read off is exactly how it smells in here. I'm so excited to try this. We will be not doing any of the coffee creamers. We're actually going to do the sweetened condensed milk, so this way we can get the actual full flavor profile of this without you know, messing with any of the ratios there. But while that's starting there, we're gonna go through and put this ridiculous amount of coffee inside of this. And yes, this is a lot. Okay, so we've got the coffee grounds put into the hopper itself, or the basket, or whatever we want to call it. So, to be honest, the instructions said that it was supposed to be 28 to 34 tablespoons, which 1 tablespoon is supposed to be 1 cup of coffee. So I went through and I obviously used the grinder to make it. But this only held basically 1 of these. So we have a whole thing of extra ground. So that's fine though, obviously we'll use that throughout the week, but the instructions are saying grams and tablespoons and everything else, and I'm like, okay, so I gotta sit there and do conversions. But not only that, then they're like, oh, you need to use 7 cups of water. There's no fill line on this at all, which is kind of weird. You would think that there's like a max or something like that just to make it easier to where you're not having to sit there and weigh everything out, you know. But we did it. We followed the directions. This is actually full up to about here, and then we have the extension obviously on top of it here. And so we're just going to go through and lower this into the water. I hope you guys are able to see this, but you can see the coffee grounds are all getting wet. And now we're going to go through and screw this in, and you can already see the water is being infused with that coffee. And that coffee is very, very, very good. It smells good. Now it is supposed to be leak proof. You are able to, yeah, look at that, no leaks. Cool. I'm not gonna store it in the fridge like that, but that's good to know, because normally when you go through to actually use it, you have to unscrew the top, basically half a rotation, and then that'll open it up enough to actually go through and do that. So we're gonna put that in the fridge here in a moment, and then we're going to enjoy this. Now, funny thing, obviously you can see the big giant mug here. 1.5 of these fills it to the brim, but I don't need that much coffee. We're just gonna go through and use this. This is technically, ground wise, I only use 3 cups for the brew set, or the grind setting on here, so it's only 3 cups of coffee in this whole thing. And then I fill the rest pretty much with milk and or creamer, or, you know, I mean, it's not filled though. I mean, just enough to sit there and have what I like for my taste. So yeah, it's a morning. Obviously we were making coffee. It smells delightful in here. I'm very happy about this coffee. I'm glad I got it. I will be getting it again as long as it tastes good, which I'm sure it will based off of what I'm smelling right now. And it smells amazing. I mean, I will say that you can smell the bourbon side of things over the coffee, but I mean, it is bourbon infused coffee, so it's really good, the fact that the balance is off like that on purpose, because having the higher smell for the bourbon right off the bat, normally when you have flavored coffees and stuff like that, the flavors are below the coffee taste, and that's not always what you want. But because of how strong this is, I think it's going to tip the scales, and it's going to be very good. But of course, you know, this is just speculation because we haven't tried it yet. So we're going to finish doing this. I'm going to put this in the fridge, and we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so the coffee is done. We're going to go through. It's still dripping a little bit, but nothing for us to have to wait anymore, because I don't want to wait anymore. I did go through and I put some milk and some sweetened condensed milk into a glass, and I did use my frother already, but I'm going to redo it here. Okay, so we got that. We're going to pour that into the coffee now. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that or not. I'm going to try to show you, but there we've got that foam up on top because of the frother. And obviously we have the coffee in here, which still smells delightful. I can smell the bourbon like right off the top. It smells amazing. That is really good. Wow. I will be buying this again. It is very bourbon forward, like I said. I didn't put a whole lot of sweetened condensed milk into it just because I wanted to taste everything straight off the bat. That and, you know, a lot of sugar. So, that's, yeah, I'm going to enjoy this entire mug here. This isn't, wow. Yep. You guys need to get this. This stuff's awesome. And shout out to Don Pablo for their creation here. It's amazing. As for review side of things, obviously it's kind of definitely get this. It is amazing. It does taste very spot on to their description. As for the cold brew, obviously we're gonna have to review that in an upcoming video. We did get everything made. The construction on it is really nice. I will say that there are some minor tweaks that I would do. First off, the instructions need to be a little bit more clear on what exactly you're doing, especially when it comes to the coffee side. If you're sitting there and you're measuring out like the kitchen side of things, that's fine, but who wants to sit there and do tablespoons and all that stuff? If you're gonna do so many cups, then, you know, it says 2 cups on there, but it doesn't say if it's making 2 cups of coffee normally or if it's 2 cups of grounds, you know, just some fine tweaking there. But as for the construction of it, it is very nice. I wish it had that fill line on it. Instead of having to sit there again with a measuring cup and measure out 7 cups of water, just put a max line. Just print it on there and put it on. You can even put it as a sticker. I mean, it is dishwasher safe. So, I mean, obviously printing it would be smarter to do it that way. Just for longevity side of things, I mean, even doing an engraving type of thing would be really cool. So, the price on it though is actually not that bad. I'm going to put I actually got both of these obviously from Amazon. I'm going to put the links in the description of this video as well. So this way, if you guys want to try it, go for it. Obviously, I actually did purchase this. I'm not sponsored in any way yet. But go through and you guys should try these. These are very, very good. The coffee itself, it is a little bit on the pricier side just because of what it actually is. I think it is very good value. It is a 12-ounce bag, and I can't remember how much it was price-wise, but I wanted to try it, so that's why I got it. So, and then obviously make sure you're using the right grind setting for your guys' application as well. But smell amazing, taste definitely amazing. Obviously, if you guys don't have one of these are awesome too. I did do a review in one of the other previous videos. Make sure you guys check out the other videos. I'm going to put a link up in the top of this video here so you can actually see the other coffee section. Because we actually obviously have a whole section of this channel strictly for coffee content. So make sure you guys check that out. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. Shoot me an email. The email obviously is going to be at the bottom of the screen. Also, obviously we're going to be doing another video strictly about the cold portion of it. What else would you guys like to see on this channel? Is there anything special that you want to see? I mean, obviously I've got a bunch of appliances and apparatuses and everything else. I don't even know. Anyways, if you guys have anything else, put them in the comments, you know. I appreciate you guys taking your time to watch the video, as usual. And if you guys are new to the channel, thank you for joining us. Make sure you tell everybody, because we are going to be going through and doing a giveaway once we actually get this channel monetized, which the monetization portion of it, just to break that down again because I haven't done it in a while, it is for 1,000 subscribers with 4,000 of watched hours in one consecutive year. As of right now, we're doing pretty good. I mean, obviously we're nowhere near those figures yet, but obviously if you guys keep telling everybody about it, we'll go through and get that number there. But for the giveaway, what we're going to do is the paychecks that we get from YouTube, we're going to sit there and give it back to you guys. We're going to do a raffle and all that stuff and give it right back to one of our viewers. So you guys could get that paycheck. And it doesn't matter how big it is, how small it is, whatever, we can make that happen. And maybe, depending on what it is, I might actually throw in some too. But we got to get there first. Well, so again, like the channel, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Tell everybody about it so this way we can get the channel grown. and we'll go from there. But anyways, we're gonna end the video here. You guys have a wonderful day, and we will talk later.